Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to Bill Gray Legion Stadium at Champion Car Wash Field as we wrap up day 2 of the Roseburg Father's Day Tournament. Second day of action here in American Legion Baseball. And today, we've had some interesting ball games, some interesting results. Not what I would have guessed the outcomes. And we had a very big game just before ours here tonight. We'll talk more about all of that here as we make our way towards first pitch of today's ball game. But we welcome you in to the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. That is Roseburg Disposal. Coming up in the pregame show, we'll get a chance to continue our series of player interviews that we do throughout this summer. Like to get a chance to spend a couple of moments with the players, each of them, throughout the year, and get to find out a little bit more about them. For me, it's great to get to know a little bit more about these guys, and gives me more to talk about them on the radio, but also allows them to tell a little bit more about themselves to all of you, the fans that tune in for the broadcast. Plus, I know that Mom and Dad and Grandma and Grandpa, they love to hear them as well. So coming up here in the pregame show, we'll get a chance to continue our series of player interviews. We do them numerically. Number 1 on the roster was not here when we got it started last weekend, so we go back to Cade Johnson. He will be our pregame interview coming up here in just a few moments, so we'll talk with Cade and get to find out a little bit more about him and his senior year at South Umpqua High School. Tonight, the Doc Stewarts will take on the Portland Eastside Baseball Club. They are mainly made up of teams on the east side of the Portland metropolitan area, and we'll talk more about that team as we get to learn more about them here tonight. They are 0-1 in this Father's Day tournament. Docs come in 1-0 yesterday. Eastside losing 9-4 against Corvallis, while the Doc Stewarts were a winner 10-0 against Klamath Falls. We'll take a look at the matchup as we count down towards first pitch. But before we do so, we'll take a break, and we will get a chance to hear from Cade Johnson here coming up. Before we get to that first break, I want to remind you tonight's game is streaming live with video online at 541radio.com. You can head online and watch tonight's game streaming for free. You can also find it on our YouTube channel. Search 1490 The Score on YouTube, and you can subscribe to our channel and follow Docs Baseball throughout the summer. All right, we'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we speak with Cade Johnson from South Umpqua High School as we continue our player interviews here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you can be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Hundreds of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to, by hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations, top of the hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Back with more of our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Day 2 of the Father's Day tournament here in Roseburg, as the Docs will wrap up the second day as they will take on the Portland Eastside Baseball Club here in their next game. But we continue on with our series of interviews, getting a chance to talk with Doc Stewart's players here during the summer, get a chance to get to know them a little bit more and tell a little bit more of their story to the fans getting a chance to tune in. And joining us is Cade Johnson, the sports #1, so we get to circle back to him after talking to Sebastian Watson earlier. But Cade, man, congratulations. Senior year of high school. I don't know if many people are going to be able to say they had a year quite like what you were able to do. Obviously, some of your teammates will be able to be in there with you, but football state championship game, unfortunately, things didn't quite work out for you guys there, but a competitive battle, and then you get to finish things out with a baseball state championship. Looking back on senior year, I think it's going to be a time in your life you'll never forget.
Yeah, we had a special thing going on down there, just a lot of good players that really cared about it. It was nice to have that and kind of bring back the community in the sports, and just it was just mostly good for the community, just because we had a couple rough years my freshman, sophomore year, then we just kind of brought it back, so that's what feels best about it.
Yeah. I'm sure it was kind of a moment that was building for you guys, knowing that you had a good group coming up and of seniors and juniors, and overall the sports teams you guys had there. Start of the year before, maybe back in August last year when practices started for football, you were getting done with a season of Docs and Legion baseball over the summer. Going into that senior year, I'm sure your expectations were high, but were you expecting that things would work out quite as well as they did?
I didn't think at the start of the year, I didn't think a state championship was in mind until we played a couple games, and I realized we really had something going there. And getting Justin Jenks there was a big pickup from Riddle, and just you could tell everybody wanted it there, and we were going for one goal.
I'll ask him later on when we get a chance to talk to him towards the end of the roster, but guy got to be. That was a good decision for him. I think I saw the quote. It was a smart idea to transfer his senior year. He got a chance to be a part of something pretty special. So you got to think that guy's feeling pretty good about that decision there.
Yeah, he told us he wished he would have done it his freshman year. He had regrets going there at all. But it was good to have him his senior year, and we made it a good senior year for him.
Yeah, for sure. For all of you guys, that is for sure. So Cade, obviously, I know Jace is your cousin, younger cousin. Ever is. I know he's South Umpqua guy. Are you guys related too? I don't know. Okay.
We've just been best friends since second, first grade.
Okay.
Yeah, we just.
I know that the family tree for the Johnson, it kind of spreads out a little bit. And South Umpqua, it's I wasn't sure who all truly was related, but I know that you guys are kind of a tight core there. Obviously, cousins with you and Jace, and then Ever, you guys have grown up. This trio, you guys have been playing ball, doing everything for quite some time. What's it kind of like at this point in the stage in your guys' life? Ever's going off to Lynn Benton. I'm going to ask what you've got coming up next, but Jace is a year behind, so he'll be back in Tri-City, back at South Umpqua. So what's this kind of like? You guys have been playing together forever, and now it's kind of coming to an end.
Well, hopefully I get to go play with Ever next year at Lynn Benton. I'm still working towards that. But Jace has plenty of interest in football and baseball, so I'm sure he'll go somewhere. It's just nice to see the growth from being little kids and having these dreams of going places and then them actually happening. It's pretty cool to see us grow up like that.
Yeah. You might get the chance to continue to play with Ever, so that's really cool if that happens for you guys. Lynn Benton, a great program up there as well. But knowing that, you may not get to see Jace in a uniform on the same dugout or on the same sideline with you. Kind of a little weird to you at all?
Yeah, I've played with him my whole life, just from being little kids in the backyard, tackling each other, just to growing up in the same uniform. It's weird, but I'll enjoy it while I have my last season with him, I guess. Yeah. But, it's just been great to grow up with those guys.
Yeah. You going to have a chance to possibly come back and play baseball next summer with Docs, or are you going to be too old for that one?
I believe I can.
Okay.
I think I can.
Okay, so maybe you get another summer. You might get another summer with Jace and maybe with Ever there. So, Cade Johnson joining us here in the pregame show. So, high school wrapping up. You're looking to try and continue playing, but this summer, what are you kind of hoping goes on this summer for Doc Stewart's baseball? Obviously, things that you can accomplish individually, but just a summer of baseball, playing with friends and guys that you've gotten to know here during the summer. What's kind of the hopes for what goes on here this year?
Just getting back to where the Doc Stewarts used to be, putting the name back on the map. We've had a couple rough years there and COVID and stuff, just trying to get us back out there, get the younger guys going, and just Coach always says it's about the name on the front, not on the back, and we just want to put the name out there that we're the real deal and we want to do some good things.
Yeah. You guys don't get a lot of downtime, but I always like to find out what you guys like to try and do when you get a little bit of free time. What kind of hobbies do you got?
I don't know. There's not a lot of downtime, but we'll normally like hot tub when we can and just hang out and chill while we have a break, because normally we're just on the road going. Yeah. But we'll fish in the summer and go shed hunting and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. I mean, last year you go from docks right into probably football practice, and then from football. Did you play basketball last year? Okay. So, get into basketball, then into baseball. It never stops. Trust me, I understand what that schedule's like because I'm there at all those games too. So it's busy. So glad to see that you at least find a little bit of downtime to at least soak and enjoy a little bit of the hot tub. So Lynn Benton sounds like a possibility for you. What's the goals for you? Besides playing baseball, what kind of things are you hoping to try and do now that high school's wrapped up? I want to go to 2 years at LB and then eventually transfer into Oregon State and get a degree there. Okay. I don't know really like what major I want. I'm kind of just going for business right now. That's what I've been putting in, but it could change at any moment. I haven't really picked my career. Yeah. But I kind of am heading in that direction.
Into a business kind of career path. All right. Well, we'll see where things take you from here. Obviously it'd be great to see you out there strapping them up and playing for LBCC and seeing where that takes you there as well. But Cade Johnson, really appreciate it, getting a chance to know you a little bit more here, and congratulations on what has been a great senior year at South Umpqua, and we hope for a great start to the summer season.
Thanks, Joey.
All right. Cade Johnson joining us. We'll be back with more of the pregame show here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My name's Chris. 2016, I got lymphoma stage 3 cancer and went through radiation for 6 months. I was exhausted all the time, and that's when I found One Peak Medical. My family life got better because I was more attentive and more energy. Because of One Peak Medical, I'm back doing everything I love to do.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
I want to say thanks again to Cade Johnson for joining us for our player interview in the pregame shows. We wrap up the Roseburg Disposal pregame show and get ready for our first pitch. Taking a look at our Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for the visiting Portland Eastside Baseball Club. It'll be Cameron Louie, the third baseman, Devin Poling, the pitcher, and Blythe Sharp, the first baseman. Your three batters due up here in the top of the first inning. Louie will stand in and takes the first pitch, ball one, and we are underway in today's ball game. Fourth game of the day here at Champion Car Wash Field. The 1-0 pitch is fouled off for strike one. On the mound tonight for the Doc Stewarts is Evan Corbin, the right-hander from Roseburg High School, class of 2023. A 1-1 pitch misses low for a 2-1 count. Evan Corbin making his second start of the season for the Docs. He's got a 1-0 record, 4 innings worked, no runs allowed as the 2-1 pitch is a laser that goes foul down the third base sign for a 2-2 count here for Cameron Louie. 4 innings worked, 1-0 record, a 0.00 ERA, 6 strikeouts, and 4 walks for Evan Corbin in his one start this summer. 2-2 pitch, ground ball, third base side. It's a foul ball. It's going to be a foul ball, I do believe. The umpire is pointing that one was foul.
The next batter, number 20, Devin Pulling.
Foul ball. So back to the plate. The play went as you would expect on a ground ball to third, but the call was late, a foul ball down the third base side. And the umpire kind of just stuck his arm out, didn't really call the play dead. As the 2-2 pitch, ground ball up the middle, past a diving Sebastian Watson into center field. And with a second life, Cameron Louie will get a single up the middle, right over the top of the mound, back up the box, and into center field. So that is a leadoff single for Cameron Louie as we start things here in the top of the first between the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts and the Portland Eastside Baseball Club. Devin Pulling, a left-handed batter, will stand in, take strike one on the first pitch from Evan Corbin. We'll get a chance to run through the rest of the Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for Portland Eastside. The 0-1 pitch, high and away, 1-1 count. So it was Louie leading off, Pulling at the plate. Blythe Sharp, the first baseman, on deck. Evan Carrillo, the left fielder, bats cleanup, followed by Jorge Meza, the second baseman. Cole Winston, the center fielder, will bat sixth. There's another pitch high from Corbin. They'll make it a 2-1 count. Nick Watson, the catcher, bats seventh, followed by Robert Campbell, the shortstop. And in right field, Michael Campbell will be your 9-hitter for the Eastside Club. It's actually Michael Bernal. I wrote that down wrong in my scorebook. I knew that didn't sound right. 3-1 pitch from Corbin, and he misses high again to the lefty. Just didn't seem like he had his spot down there for Evan. And that'll prompt a visit out to the mound for Parker Burke after the walk issued. First 2 runners on base for Portland Eastside. So Corbin will face Blythe Sharp, the third batter, due up in the top of the first inning. The defensive alignment for the Doc Stewarts. We'll take a look at their defensive starters here in the top of the first inning. Corbin working out of his stretch. Will throw in first pitch, high and inside against Blythe Sharp. Behind the plate, Parker Burke catching tonight for the Docs. Out at first base, Daniel Withers, his second game up with the team after starting the season on the Single-A Pepsi Bottle Caps Club. A 1-0 pitch out to right field. Charging in, Dominic Titone will make the catch, throws it back in, all the runners back to their bags. That is your first out of the ball game here in the top of the first on a rope out to right field. Titone charging in to get it. It'll bring up Evan Carrillo, the left fielder. Another lefty in the lineup for Eastside. So Withers out at first, Sebastian Watson at second, at third base Jace Johnson, Cade Johnson at shortstop for the Doc Stewarts. The first pitch, line drive off the glove for Jace at third, and it will roll away. They will hold the runner at third base, I think, at second. Louie didn't get the read on his coach at third base right away. I think the signal originally, as I caught it there, it looked like they were trying to signal him to go home. Might have had a chance. Cade Johnson, the shortstop, tried to smother that in the outfield grass, but it got away from him. Might have had a chance to score. Instead, it's bases loaded with 1 out, and it'll be Jorge Meza to bat. Breaking ball misses in the dirt for Evan. A 1-0 count. Bases loaded. Scoreboard here put that up as a hit off the glove of Jace Johnson at third base. Second hit here in the first inning for Eastside. 2-0 count for Jorge Meza. Rounding out your starters defensively, Eli Jacobs in left field, Carson Dunn in center, and Ben Titone. It's not Ben Titone, sorry. That's That's quite the misstep there. Dominic Tourn out in right field. I believe Ben is his dad, if I'm remembering the names right there. Strike called for Jorge Meza. The second baseman gets around on a pitch inside and will hit that foul for strike 2. Dominic always tunes in and catches the broadcast after the games are done, so I'll probably hear that one from him later on. I'll look forward to you sliding in my DMs there, Dom. Jorge Meza, the second baseman. That's a little Easter egg for him. 2-2 count here in the top of the first inning with the bases loaded and 1 out. Chopper up the middle. Could be a chance for 2. Johnson to Watson to first. They will not turn it in time. That ball just took too long getting up the middle. A run will score on the fielder's choice for Jorge Meza, and Eastside will take a 1-0 lead in the top of the first inning. 2 away, runners on the corners. Scoring was Louie. Poling goes to third. Out at second base was Carrillo, and Meza on at first. That ball just bounding up the middle. Cade Johnson had to wait for it to get there at second base. Made the flip to Watson, who made a quick turn to first, but it just wasn't in time. Runner going. That ball is going to end up in center field, and a run will score again. Parker Burke, and that ball gets away now in center field. The second run looks like it will score, and it will. So things falling off the rails a little bit for the Docs here in the first inning. 3-0 lead with the bases empty now as Eastside will take the early lead. So that'll be a stolen base for Meza. Then a throwing error allows Devin Poling to score and allows Meza to score. As a strike called, I believe it's a 1-1 count. No, 0-2, excuse me. So that first pitch was a strike to Cole Winston at the plate. The center fielder, lefty, bats with nobody on and 2 down now. Takes a ball in the dirt, 1-2 count. So it'd actually be 2 errors on that play. So Meza stole second, got to third on the throwing error by the catcher, and then on the fielding error in center field, he's able to come in to score. 1-2 pitch, got him swinging. Cole Winston goes down with the strikeout. Oh, an eventful first inning for Portland Eastside. They score 3 times. 3 runs come in on 2 hits. There was 2 Doc Stewarts errors and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Doc's coming up to bat. We'll get you all caught up with everything here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage. Welcome you back for the bottom of the first inning. Doc Stewarts trail 3-0 against Portland Eastside after an eventful top half of the first. Taking a look at your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. Leading things off, center fielder Carson Dunn, followed by Sebastian Watson, the second baseman. Cade Johnson, the shortstop, bats third. Jace Johnson, the third baseman, hitting cleanup. Dominic Tourn in right field will bat fifth, followed by Daniel Withers, the first baseman, hitting sixth. In the 7th spot will be the DH, Knox Hubbard, batting for starting pitcher Evan Corbin. Parker Burke, the catcher, bats 8th, and Eli Jacobs, the left fielder, will hit in the 9th spot. That's a look at your Doc Stewarts starting lineup as we go to the bottom of the first with some ground to make up for Roseburg. On the mound, a lefty, fires a first pitch, strike 1 to Carson Dunn. That is Devin Poling on the mound. Poling, a graduate this spring from LaSalle High School. Gets a swing and a miss out of Dunn for quickly an 0-2 count. Carson Dunn this season coming in batting 188. And he will swing at 3 straight pitches and goes down with the strikeout. So quick start there for Devin Poling, 1 away. Sebastian Watson will come up to bat. Cooper's Pest Control, when you're looking for the best defense, call Cooper's Pest Control to protect your home from those summer bugs. Cooper's Pest Control, your locally owned bug assassins. Call them at 673-0363. First pitch misses to Sebastian Watson. That's the first pitch from Poling that has missed the zone. A 1-0 count for the lefty. Hits the top end of the strike zone to even up the count against Sebastian Watson, Roseburg's second baseman. Sebastian batting .286 so far this season. A 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to short. It's picked up there by the shortstop. Throw to first. Stretching to get there. Blythe Sharp will make the play at first base to retire the second out for
the next batter, number 1,
the Eastside club.
Wilson.
At shortstop, that is Robert Campbell. So 2 down. Up to bat will be Cade Johnson. Takes the first pitch for strike 1. Cade Johnson had a triple yesterday to bring in a run in a game that the Docs won 10-0. Cade batting .364. Our interview guest hits a tapper back to the mound, fielded, and the lefty Poling will throw to first to retire the side. So a quick 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. And that one goes by quick. Docs trail 3-0 against Eastside. So we head to the top of the second inning on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
First batter for Eastside to lead off the top of the second inning, number 13, Nick Watson.
Well, we come back for the top of the second inning. It was a 3-run first inning for Portland Eastside, and they have jumped out to a nice advantage against Evan Corbin, who will look to try and find his groove out there. Looked like maybe laboring a little bit in the first inning, trying to find his touch. And he starts things off with a strike against Nick Watson. Watson fouls it back for strike 2. So Corbin out ahead, 0-2 in the at-bat to the 7-hitter Watson, leading things off for Eastside here in the top of the second. Joey Keyran with you from Champion Car Wash Field. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Watson goes down looking, and that's the start that Evan Corbin needed after a shaky first inning. Back-to-back strikeouts for him. Going back to the first inning, he finished off with a strikeout swinging against Cole Winston, and now against Nick Watson. He gets his second strikeout of the game. 1 down, Robert Campbell will bat. First pitch misses low, ball 1. Strikeouts by Docs pitchers this season are brought to you by One Peak Medical. Don't let the perfect pitch get by you. If you're tired of waiting months to see a doctor, visit onepeakmedical.com. Swing and a miss, strike 1 for Campbell, the shortstop. Lights on here on a overcast and very cool evening in the Umpqua Basin. Pop fly straight up on the infield. Jace Johnson calling for it. The third baseman underneath it squeezes for the second out. 2 down. And this is more of the start that the Docs were hoping for in the first inning.
Bernal.
2 singles, and I put it down as 2 errors, but I'm going to double check and see what the team put down as well, as there's nobody out, or nobody on and 2 away. First pitch check swing didn't go around on appeal. Michael Bernal has a 1-0 count. Uh-oh. I was going to check what the team had, and now the team's coming to check with me. That's dangerous. Ground ball to second base. 4-3 the put out. Michael Bernal goes down. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Evan Corbin. And we will head to the bottom of the second inning. Doc Stewarts trail 3-0 on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Hundreds of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on Southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Welcome you back for the bottom of the second inning. As it's a 3-0 score, Doc Stewart's trailing against Portland Eastside. We'll start off with Chase Johnson, Dominic Tatone, and Daniel Withers. Blake, if you want, do you need the bottom of the first then? This is what happened in the bottom of the first there for Dunn, Watson, and Cade Johnson. So it's the lefty on the mound, Devin Poling. We'll work in first pitch, ball 1 to Jace Johnson. The third baseman leading things off as the Docs trying to get something going. Played well defensively in the top of the second inning to get back on things. Jace Johnson hits one out towards right field. Trouble in and out of the glove. Did he hang on? He made the catch, turned around to show it. The second baseman, Jorge Meza, a diving catch as he was going into the outfield. And as he turned around to show the glove with the ball to the umpires, it squirted out, but the catch will count on a diving play by Jorge Meza. That retires Jace Johnson first out. Blake, do you need the top of the second for them to catch up? So 1 away. It's Dominic Tatone that will take strike 1. So it started off with Watson, struck out looking. 0-1 count to Dominic Tatone here. Gets behind one, sends it high in the air out to center field. Drifting back, calling everybody off, will be the center fielder. That is Cole Winston for the second out. Docs continue to go down in order. 2 away with nobody on. And that will bring up.
Now batting number 20, Daniel Withers.
Top of the second, so Bernal ground out 4-3. Second base. Sure. First pitch, ball 1 to, this is Daniel Withers, who will bat. 1-0 count. Goes to 2-0 as Withers takes low. On the mound, Devin Poling. 2-0 pitch. Withers gets behind one out towards right center. Shallow sliding attempt. It will not be caught by Winston. Couldn't get there in time. Backing up the play was Bernal, and that saves extra bases. So Daniel Withers will have the first hit of the ball game for the Doc Stewarts. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, he gets a single to right center. And Daniel Withers is your first hit of the ball game. All first hits by the Doc Stewarts are brought to you by MSK True Value. Make sure you don't swing and miss with your next project. Head to MSK True Value and Building Supply, located in Myrtle Creek and Tri-City. So 1 on and 2 outs. Throw over to first base to check on Knox Hubbard. Ground out to second base. Lefty on the mound delivers high to Hubbard, ball 1. So our inning started out as Jace Johnson flew out to the second baseman on a pretty spectacular play. Dominic Tourn then had a fly ball out to center field. There's a 1-0 pitch taken high for a 2-0 count here for Knox Hubbard. Daniel Withers hit a bloop single to right center and is on at first base with 2 outs. Outside, Knox Hubbard with a 3-0 count, trying to keep things going here in the bottom of the second inning. Docs trail 3-0. That is your count as well, 3-0 for Hubbard. The lefty DHing for Evan Corbin. Does take a strike on the 3-0 pitch. You're all good? Okay. That is the worst thing about Game Changer. If you get messed up, it's hard to get caught up on that, especially if you don't have a copy to go back and replay it all. 3-1 pitch here for Poling. Knox gets behind one out towards center field. Coming in, Cole Winston makes the catch. And the Docs get behind a few balls, but they hit him in the air. And for the Portland Eastside Baseball Club, they're able to make the plays. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. We're through 2 innings of play. It's 3-0 Eastside in front of Roseburg on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I don't think you realize how much energy you've lost until you start the hormone replacement process.
Our energy really started to wane. We were both gaining weight. My sleep pattern got really messed up.
One Peak Medical changed our lives individually and as a couple.
We're just a lot happier because we feel better. We're not tired and run down, and it just makes our lives easier and happier.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Top of the third inning. Docs Baseball tonight brought to you by B&D Meats down in Winston. It's grilling. Well, sooner or later it'll get to grilling season, right? Ball first pitch popped up in the air to right field. Dominic Tourn will get underneath it as the leadoff man, Cameron Louie, will be retired. Louie now 1 for 2 in the game as he swings at the first pitch of the third inning from Evan Corbin. Corbin, a bit of a shaky first inning. Looked like he might have been throwing a lot of pitches just over the plate, and Eastside put those balls in play, and that ended up leading to some mistakes by the Docs in the first inning, and that led to 3 runs for Eastside. 1 away. Devin Poling, the pitcher, will bat. He goes opposite field for a base knock. That'll be his first hit after getting walked in the first inning. So Poling didn't try to do anything fancy with a pitch. Upstairs on the outer half, and he just pokes it out to left field for a base hit. Devin Poling on at first. 1 on and 1 out for Blythe Sharp, the first baseman. 0 for 1 in the game, flew out to right field his first time up. Docs had not given up a run. Well, actually, they had given up 1 run when they committed their 2 errors in that first inning. So really, this could have easily been a 1-run ball game at this point in time, but things kind of compounded on the Doc Stewarts there in that first inning. First pitch, strike 1 to Sharp. Breaking ball, he flares that to right field. Not a lot of hard-hit balls so far today. Just a number of flares into the outfield, and Sharp will get that one to drop for a base hit. Up to second base goes Poling. And Eastside will have runners at first and second with 1 away. Brings up Evan Carrillo, the first baseman, batting with 2 on and 1 away. Carrillo, the lefty, had a single to left field his first time up. First bat is high and outside for a 1-0 count. Docs Baseball also brought to you by Tim's Appliance at the corner of Lane and South Stevens in Roseburg. 0% financing is always available. 3-0 lead for Eastside here in the top of the third inning. Just high and away for a 2-0 count to Carrillo. Out at second base, Devin Poling. At first base, Blythe Sharp. 2-1 from Corbin. Hits the outside corner to the lefty. 2-1 count. Day 2 of the Father's Day tournament here at Champion Car Wash Field. It's been an eventful one. We'll run through scores here during the broadcast and tell you about the big game that was had just before ours. It's a big cut out of Carrillo. He swings and misses for strike 2. 2-2 count. Corbin breaking ball, fought off, goes towards short. Johnson to Watson, does not throw to first for the double play. Wasn't going to probably get it there in time to retire Carrillo. So Carrillo gets on at first. Out at second base was Sharp. Up to third goes Poling. Runners on the corners with 2 away.
Next batter, number 8, Jorge Meza.
Fielder's choice for Evan Carrillo, 1 for 2 in the game now, and brings up Jorge Meza with 2 down. Meza had the fielder's choice on what was a slow ball through the middle. Didn't end up being a double play, so he got on with the fielder's choice and drove in a run. He'll ground one towards short again. A little harder hit this time. Easy flip to second base for Cade Johnson to Sebastian Watson. And that gets Carrillo for the final out here in the top of the third. So the Docs keep Eastside off the board in the third inning. Still a 3-0 lead for Portland Eastside as we go to the bottom of the third on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
No errors. 2 runners left on.
Of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on Southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to, by hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations, top of the hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Bottom of the third inning. 3-0 lead for Eastside over the Doc Stewarts. All 3 runs coming back in the first inning. Docs Baseball today brought to you by Roseburg Honda. Buying a car can be a hassle, but at Roseburg Honda, it's different. Customer satisfaction is their highest priority. Visit Roseburg Honda, where they treat you like family because they are family. You know, with some of the confusion early on and then trying to help the Docs catch up on their game changer. I'm not sure if we ever went through the starting defense for Eastside, so take a look at it. Nick Watson's back behind the plate. Blythe Sharp is at first. Jorge Meza at second. Cameron Louie at third. Robert Campbell at short. Evan Carrillo in left. Cole Winston in center. And Michael Bernal in right field. And this ball hit Bernal's way. Parker Burke up to bat. Will slice that one just into foul territory. Pop fly is caught by Bernal for the first out. 1 away for the Docs here in the bottom of the third inning, trailing 3-0. Your starters are always brought to you by Cooper's Pest Control. When you're looking for the best defense, call Cooper's Pest Control to protect your home from those summer bugs. 673-0363. Eli Jacobs will bat next for the Doc Stewarts. He has been swinging pretty well. He'll pop one straight up in the air, though. Shortstop calling for it. Campbell is underneath it and makes the catch for the second out. It's 2 away on 2 pop-ups, and so far the Docs 5 fly ball outs through 2 innings and 2/3. Not quite the trend that they were hoping for there. First pitch to the leadoff man, Carson Dunn, outside, ball 1 from the lefty Devin Poling. Poling's been very efficient on the mound. A 1-0 count. Strike one to Carson Dunn. Devin Poling has been working quickly. He's faced one over the minimum so far, giving up just the one hit. Dunn squares to bunt on the 1-1 pitch. Puts it foul down the third base side for strike two. So with 8 outs made so far, 5 of them have been in the air for the Doc Stewarts, and that is a stat that will drive a lot of coaches crazy. The 1-2 here from Poling. Outside to even things up for Carson Dunn. Doc's Baseball is sponsored this season by Barnes Heating and Cooling. Your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 459-1545. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Dunn will go down with his second strikeout of the ball game. That is the second strikeout for Devin Poling. And that wraps things up in the third inning. Docs go down quietly again. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Go to the top of the fourth. It's 3-0. Portland Eastside in front of the Doc Stewarts on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Hundreds of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on Southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
First pitch swinging for Cole Winston. Hits a ball to center field, and it goes over the top of Carson Dunn out there. He has to chase it all the way to the wall, so that'll be Cole Winston all the way around to third base on that play. And
the next batter, number 13.
Put it down as a triple on the scoreboard. That's a borderline call there for me. Man at third base, Nick Watson will bat. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout as we welcome you back to the top of the fourth inning. Portland Eastside leading 3-0 against the Doc Stewarts. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1 to Nick Watson. That ball just carried on Carson Dunn out there. Dunn usually very sure-handed out there in center field. Just misplayed it, came in too much on the ball. Another ball hit at him out towards center field on the run. Dunn will make the catch, but a run will score on the sac fly for Nick Watson. It's 4-0 Eastside in front of the Doc Stewarts. So 4-0 lead, 1 out. Watson driving in a run. Really should be 2 outs here in the fourth inning as the first pitch swinging. Robert Campbell pops it up back behind home. Parker Burke will make the catch. Good job tracking that ball. Never easy. It tails back towards the field as he was up against the screen, and Burke's able to settle underneath it. Squeezes it for the second out. And the catcher makes the play to send us to the 9-hitter Michael Bernal, who grounded out to the second baseman in his first at-bat. 2 away with nobody on base. Bernal swings and misses at the first pitch. The 0-1 delivery from Corbin. Strike 2 taken. The 0-2 pitch. Corbin check swing, and the hitter went around. He'll try to run, and Burke, he offered at the tag. I don't know if he got him. He throws it down to first base anyway. It's another One Peak Medical strikeout for Evan Corbin. That is his third of the ball game. But Eastside adds another run after a misplay to start off things here in the fourth inning. And it is now 4-0 Eastside on top of the Doc Stewarts going to the bottom of the fourth in a quick-moving game on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Today's ball game brought to you by Flyway Travel. Book your travel plans with their travel experts, now located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue in Roseburg.
Number 2, Sebastian Watson.
It is 4-0 Eastside in front of Roseburg. Been a sloppy game here for the Docs tonight. As the first pitch to Sebastian Watson is high and away from Devin Poling, who's been very efficient. That Docs maybe have given up chances to Portland Eastside that have allowed runs, but it should be noted Devin Poling has looked real sharp out there on the mound as well, as he misses high, though, to Sebastian Watson, a 2-0 count. Watson is 0 for 1 in this ball game. The 2-0 pitch taken at the top of the zone for strike one. The 2-1 pitch misses just a bit high above the zone, over the plate, but above the zone for Sebastian Watson. Devin Poling faced one over the minimum so far. He's allowed just one hit, but he'll walk a batter for the first time tonight. He has struck out 2 and now has issued 1 walk.
Number 1, Kate Johnson.
Sebastian Watson will get on base for the first time tonight. Watson drawing his 5th walk of the season. Ties him for the second most on the team this year. Pickoff throw to first by the lefty. Does not fool Watson. He's back in safely. Cade Johnson batting. So Cade Johnson had an RBI triple yesterday. He's been swinging a pretty good stick. He is hitting .364. He was our interview subject to start out the ball game. Great to hear from him. Takes outside, a 1-0 count, winning the state championship at South Umpqua High School this year. Got to talk with him about that. If you missed our interview with Cade Johnson at the start of the game, we'll have that up on his player bio page. Just go to the roster on Doc Central at 541radio.com and click on Cade Johnson. You'll find his player bio page and should be able to listen back to that interview. Coming up here, we'll get those updated. I'll get the first couple of ones that we do. I'm going to try and get a couple more done here this weekend, and we'll try to update those player bio pages coming up next week. 2-0 pitch in at the knees on the inner half to Cade Johnson. If you haven't checked out Doc Central at 541radio.com yet, it's presented by Champion Car Wash, and I encourage you to do so. A lot of information about the team. Just go to 541radio.com and find the Score homepage there, and then you'll be able to find Doc Central pretty easily from there. And check out things like the schedule, roster, standings, game recaps, all sorts of information about the team and the players. 2-2 count for Cade Johnson after a foul ball. He hits a line drive shot to center field that drops in for a base knock on one hop. Cole Winston collects it and sends it back in. So a walk to Watson. He moves up to second on the single by Cade Johnson. The Doc Stewarts get back-to-back runners on to lead things off here in the 4th inning. A nice start as they look to cut into a 4-0 deficit. Bring up Jace Johnson, who flew out to the second baseman in the second on a pretty spectacular play by Jorge Meza out there, a diving attempt to get to the ball. It is gray and overcast. As far as I can tell, looks like dry right now. No raindrops coming down, but we have seen rain throughout the day here in the Umpqua Basin. First pitch to Jace, high and away for ball 1. Right now looking at 56 degrees in Roseburg. Tomorrow we are expecting temperatures back in the mid-60s. Again, an overcast day. Maybe a raindrop, but hopefully we'll dodge them. Outside, 2-0 count to Jace. Jace is the third batter up, nobody out with 2 runners on. A 2-0 pitch here for Poling. Takes low for ball 3. Taking a look at our on-deck batter waiting to hit next will be Dominic Tatone, 0-for-1 in the game. The on-deck hitter brought to you by Budget Lumber. Everything you need for building a house, a garden, or even a deck. That's Budget Lumber, always striving to be lumber one. 3-0 pitch does come in for a strike. Devin Poland from LaSalle High School, graduating this year. Uncommitted, it says, on the roster for his college selections. 3-1, reaching for that 3-1 pitch, poking it first base side. That goes foul. And Jace Johnson back at the plate with a 3-2 count. Got a couple of guys on this roster that are back after graduating in 2021 for Eastside. But their roster not very deep today, it looks like. Only a few guys in the dugout. 3-2 pitch, misses inside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. And the Doc Stewarts have their chance to get back in this ballgame. Trailing 4-0 here in the 4th inning. Nobody out, and a golden opportunity. We saw on, today's Friday, so it was back on Wednesday when the Docs played a game against Fairfield before the tournament started. The Doc Stewarts had bases loaded with nobody out to start the inning in the 3rd, had a chance to put up a big inning, but the Fairfield Expos went to the bullpen, brought in a new guy, and then Doc struck out 3 straight times. So we'll see if they can kind of make up for that earlier this week. Visit out to the mound for Mitchell Williams, the coach for this Eastside club. Well, earlier today in games here in the tournament, taking a look at our tournament scoreboard. This morning, Medford winning against Boss Baseball out of Bend, 10-0. Medford goes to 1-1 in the tournament. Boss goes to 0-2. Klamath Falls got a 7-1 win over Corvallis. That puts K Falls at 1-1 and Corvallis at 1-1 in the tournament. And then Salem with Nell got a 3-0 win over Fairfield in the last game. More on that in a moment as the first pitch, strike 1 to Dominic Tatone. So Fairfield goes to 1-1 in the tournament, and Withnell goes to 2-0 in the tournament, pool play. Big moment here, Doc's bases loaded, trailing by 4. Dominic Tatone, an 0-1 pitch, fouled away. Gives him an 0-2 count. Dom flew out to center field his last time up. If he can get something into the outfield, Doc should be able to get at least 1 run coming in. They play in on the corners with nobody out. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball, first base side. Off the glove for the first baseman. Sharp, no one covering the bag. Everybody's safe. Doc score 1. Trying to get 2. Slide in. And he gets the hand on the plate in time. Throw goes to 3rd. Now gets away. That'll put Tatone at second base. It's wild antics on the infield. Docs get 2 on an infield error. Oh, boy. So Dominic Tatone, a ground ball to first, an error by Blythe Sharp. He got to it, but there was nobody covering first, so he had nobody to throw to try and get Dominic Tatone. Dom drives in 1 run. Sebastian Watson scores. Cade Johnson, aggressive. He decides to try and score as well. He slid underneath the tag at home. Then Jace Johnson tried to get 3rd with nobody covering 3rd base, and he gets to 3rd, and the throw got away. That allowed Dominic Tatone to move to 2nd. So all sorts of shenanigans there, and the Docs get 2 on it and trail 4-2. A 1-0 pitch here to Daniel Withers. He singles to center field, his 2nd hit of the game. 1 run in, the game-tying run to the plate, not in time, and Daniel Withers has tied this ball game up. His 2nd hit of the game, and Daniel Withers will bring in 2 runs. We're tied at 4 all. Still nobody out in the bottom of the 4th for the Doc Stewarts. Jace Johnson scored on the hit. So did Dominic Tourn. Withers is on at first. Up to bat will be Knox Hubbard. He takes the first pitch for strike 1. Knox 0 for 1 in the game.
Knox Hubbard.
So far you've got 4 runs on 2 hits and 1 error. As a strike taken. At first base, Daniel Withers, the 1-1 count. 2-1 now for Knox Hubbard. On the mound, Poling delivers, breaking ball outside. It's a 2-2 count, is what our umpire gives us a call. That's what I thought I had. Pickoff throw to first. Withers caught off the bag in a rundown between first and second. He's going to make the run, and the first baseman drops it. It was sloppy for the Docs early on, and things are getting sloppy for Portland Eastside here in the 4th inning. Daniel Withers was dead to rights between first and second, and Blythe Sharp kind of a couple of double clutches, waiting, trying to get Withers committed to go into second, made the throw, or wanted to make the throw, but dropped the baseball, and Withers gets in safely to second. It's a 2-2 pitch. Hubbard takes high for ball 3. Runner in scoring position now. Doc's tied up at 4 with 4 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. (3-2) pitch. Hubbard, ground ball to Sharp at first. He'll take it himself. Up the third goes Withers. 1 away on the ground out by Hubbard. It's a productive out at least. He moves the runner up 90 feet. 1 away. Parker Burke has a chance to try and give the Doc Stewarts a lead here in the 4th inning. First lead of the game if they could get it. First pitch misses, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch to Burke. Big swing and a miss. 1-1 count. Burke flew out to right field. Pop up from that ended up just into foul territory his first time up. He'll take high. Started out to a walk to Sebastian Watson. Cade Johnson then had a single up the middle. Put 2 runners on. Jace Johnson walked. Bases were loaded. Dominic Tourn hit a ground ball. The first misplayed, and that allowed 2 runs to score as a pop fly behind home will get out of play for Parker Burke. Strike 2 against the catcher. That ground ball to first base by Tourn scored Sebastian Watson. That was going to happen. And then Cade Johnson heads up running. He decided to try and score in the confusion on the error, and he was able to get in. As the pitch in the dirt, then off of the leg for Parker Burke, and he'll head on down to first with the hit by pitch. First hit batter for Devin Poling. Catcher will get a courtesy runner. Justin Jenks coming out to run.
Next batter, number 9, Eli.
So runners on the corners. First hit batter for Poling. He's allowed 2 walks in the ballgame. Nobody throwing in the bullpen for Eastside, but again, not a very deep dugout. So I'm not sure if they can really bring anybody into the dugout or into the bullpen to start throwing. Their reliever might be out there playing defensively right now. The lefty Poling trying to get out of things here in the fourth. Squaring to bunt, offering, and just getting a piece of it. Eli Jacobs will foul it off for strike one. So Burke got on with the hit by pitch. Jenks running for him at first. At third base, Daniel Withers. And the Doc Stewarts have the go-ahead run 90 feet from home. Doc's trying to move to 2-0 in the tournament. That would put them in good shape to try and make the title game on Sunday. 0-1 pitch, again trying to bunt his way on, or at least bunt a run in. Eli Jacobs puts it foul down the first base side, and he'll head back to the plate with an 0-2 count. Jacobs flew out to the shortstop his first time up. Eli Jacobs batting .600 on the season. He's got 2 RBI, looking to add to that total here. At least he was batting .600 coming into the game. The 0-2 pitch. Low and outside, runner going, and in safely will go Jenks. Behind the plate, Nick Watson wanted to come up throwing, but the ball popped out of his throwing hand. And so he did not get a chance to throw it down that direction. 1-2 pitch here for Eli Jacobs. Ground ball towards short, should drive in a run. They'll go to first, get the out there. And that is an RBI ground out for Eli Jacobs. The Docs are in front. 5-4. Docs take the lead up the third base. Justin Jenks running for Parker Burke.
Carson Dunn.
2 down. Daniel Withers scoring on the ground out. And it's back to the top of the order. 9th batter to the plate for the Docs. Carson Dunn takes strike one. Dunn 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. The 0-1 pitch. Dunn hits it in the air. Will it stay playable? No, into the netting for strike 2. So let's see here. 2 walks, a hit batter in this inning. 2 hits, and 1 error. So far 5 runs, 2 hits, and 1 error for the Docs in this inning. Swing and a miss on strike 3, but it gets by the catcher. He's got to get it to first in time. He will not, and a run will score. Jenks scores for Parker Burke. Docs make it 6-0. It was a strikeout, third of the game for Dunn, but then the pass ball allows him to get on base and keep the inning going. That is strikeout number 3 on the day for Devin Poling. All of them have been against Carson Dunn, but this one, he gets it. He goes stealing, strike 1 thrown, and the throw to second base airmailed into the outfield, but backing up the play, Robert Campbell to shortstop, make sure it doesn't get away. So into second base goes Carson Dunn. Strike taken by Sebastian Watson, who bats for a second time here in the 4th. Docs have put 6 runs up in the 4th inning. Watson pops it up right side. And, collision, but the catch made by Michael Bernal. Sliding underneath him, Blythe Sharp took him out. Sharp went low, and the way he slid, it kind of looked like he kicked his feet out. It upended Bernal, but he made the catch to hold and held on for the final out. So the Doc Stewarts put 6 runs on the board here in the 4th inning, and they take a 6-4 lead as we go to the top of the 5th on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
First pitch to
Cameron Louie.
the leadoff man, Cameron Louie, third baseman, from Evan Corbin, missed for ball one. And the second pitch misses low, ball two, as we start things off here in the fifth inning. Docs up by 2 now against the Portland Eastside Baseball Club. 2-0 pitch is popped up, foul territory. Dan Withers chasing, but that ball will make its way into the stands for strike one to Louie. So I had it down as 6 runs on 2 hits, 1 error. Looks like both the players in the dugout and our scoreboard here putting that down as a hit to first base for Dominic Tourn in that inning. It's a ground ball towards second baseman Sebastian Watson, who rotates around in front of it and took that one on an in-between hop and is able to make the play to first for the out. Not an easy ground out, 4-3. But Sebastian Watson makes it look pretty routine. 1 down and bring up Devin Poling. Cameron Louie now 1 for 3 in the game. Poling is 1 for 1, a walk and a single for the lefty. The pitcher looking to try and help his own cause here. Takes the first pitch for strike one. That ground ball by Dominic Tourn went right to the first baseman, Sharp. It bounced off his glove and got away, so I'm not sure how you don't count that as an error. So I had the Docs scoring 6 on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base in the bottom of the fourth. 0-2 count to Devin Poling. Evan Corbin, breaking ball misses low. A ball and 2 strikes. The Eastside has an arm thrown in the bullpen. That is Robert Campbell, the shortstop. 1-2 pitch, misses low on another breaking ball by Evan Corbin. Corbin so far has allowed 4 hits in this one. Ball fouled off on the 2-2 pitch. Two-two. Hard hit ball fouled on the first base side for Poling. He got around on that one, hits it into the bullpen. Stays a 2-2 count. Tonight's game has been sponsored by Dr. Alanson Randall. The dentist is accepting new patients, so if you are looking for somewhere to go, give him a call at 541-378-6694. 2-2 misses low for Corbin, and he'll go to a full count against Devin Poling. 1 out, nobody on. Full count pitch, going upstairs. Poling hits this one in the air. Carson Dunn charging in, makes the catch in shallow center field. 2 away. We told you some of the scores earlier today here in the tournament. Tomorrow will be the final day of pool play. Then, based on your record in your pool, you get matched up for a setup on Sunday. And Sunday, we will have those matchups. Doc's trying to stay in contention to be in the first place game Sunday evening. As coming up to bat will be Blythe Sharp, the first baseman. Swings and misses at a breaking ball to start off the at-bat. But earlier today, Salem Whitnell moved to 2-0 in the tournament with a big 3-0 win over Fairfield. So 0-1 pitch is low, 1-1 count. 3-0 the win over Fairfield. Salem Whitnell's pitcher, Brody McMullen, threw a perfect game against Fairfield earlier today. So 1-1 pitch, check swing, couldn't hold back. And Sharp has himself a 1-2 count. So Salem Whitnell had a perfect game thrown, 9 strikeouts in the 7-inning contest for Brody McMullen. I got here for the final out as a pitch in the dirt for Evan Corbin, 2-2 count. I was walking in as the final out was just about to be made. I was walking up behind Coach Jeremiah Robinson. I was like, well, no hitter, huh? And he goes, no, perfect game. Wow. I've never seen one of those in person. I saw the final out. Ground ball chopper to Cade Johnson. It's short. Sharp will ground out for the final here in the 5th. A 1-2-3 inning defensively for the Doc Stewarts. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. So we've had some great day of baseball so far today here at Champion Car Wash Field, day 2 of the Father's Day tournament. There's still time to come out for tomorrow's action as well. Should be some more great games. We finish out tonight's contest for the Doc Stewarts as we move to the bottom of the 5th. Docs lead 6-4 over Eastside here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
First batter for the Docs to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. Number 1, Cade Johnson.
Cade Johnson will lead things off for the Docs, who hit through the lineup in the 4th inning, sent 10 hitters to the plate. So Johnson batting for a 3rd time as we start the 5th inning. Docs lead 6-4. First pitch swinging, he fouls it down the right field side for strike 1. Still the lefty, Devin Poling on the mound, but again, we did see Robert Campbell, the shortstop, warming up in between innings. Not a deep roster, 2 guys in the dugout. Actually, it looks like 3 players available on the bench for Eastside. 0-1 pitch to Johnson high, 1-1 count. So three players available off the bench for Portland Eastside. So it looks like, their bullpen is going to be guys that are out there playing positions. Just outside on the pitch to Cade Johnson. 2 balls and a strike. So we start things off bottom of the 5th, 6-4. Docs in front. The 2-1 from Poling is in the dirt, 3-1 count. Your tournament scoreboard is brought to you by Garrettson Building Supply. Shop local, shop Garrettson Building Supply for all your home improvement and outdoor living needs. Garrettson Building Supply supporting our Douglas County community for 99 years. 3-1 pitch is high for ball 4. Walk to Cade Johnson. That is the 3rd walk issued by Devin Poling. It'll be Jace Johnson to stand in next. Johnson is 0 for 1 with a walk and a fly ball out. Doc's got the first 5 batters on base in the 4th inning. Start off with a walk here in the 5th. Low and inside. Ball 1 to Jace Johnson. It was in the dirt, extra lead out there for Cade, but he slides back in safely. On the back pick down to first base by Watson. On the mound, Poling. Deep breath, the lefty throws in, runners going. He gets a strike, throw to second base will not be in time. It is caught by the second baseman covering. Jorge Meza had to go up top to get to that ball. Stolen base for Cade Johnson. Jace Johnson takes a strike for a 1-1 count. But Jace has Cade in scoring position to try and drive him in, see if they can extend this lead for the Doc Stewarts. The 2-0 pitch. 1-1 pitch, high and away, 2 balls and 1 strike. So right now your standings in the tournament. We'll run through those real quick for you, keep you updated on what's coming up. 2-1 pitch to Jace, off the handle. That's pop fly on the infield, going to go to first base. Pulling off his hat to make the catch. Blythe Sharp, he yanked off his hat as he had to look up into the sky to follow that fly ball, and held it in his right hand as he tracked down that baseball for the first out. One out, Dominic Titone will bat. First pitch to Dom. Strike 1 on the pitch. Tourn had the ground ball on the infield. The error at first base allowed 2 runs to score for the Docs. Got them on the board in the 4th inning. 0-1 pitch. Fouled off for strike 2. So right now in the Thomas bracket, all of their games complete for the day. Leading the way with Nell at 2-0, Fairfield and Medford at 1-1, and Boss Baseball at 0-2. That is your standings. There's a back pick. Kay Johnson caught in a pickle between second and third. Going back towards third. The second baseman will throw. The tag will be applied by Poling. So picked off is Kay Johnson. So let's see. That went 1-5. Actually, I think it went 1-6 to 5 to 4 to 1. 2 down. Base is empty. 0-2 pitch here for Dominic Tourn. So that officially goes down 1-6-5-4-1 on the pickoff for those that like to keep score at home. The 0-2 pitch to Tourn. Trying to get this inning back up and running for the Docs. He takes high. So again, the standings with Nell. Then Fairfield has the tiebreaker against Medford. So with Nell, Fairfield, Medford, and Boss Baseball, your standings in the Thomas bracket. In the Trask pool, a 1-2 pitch, ground ball towards second base. We'll probably get that for you next half inning. Ground ball out for Dominic Tourn. Docs go down without any noise here in the 5th inning. No runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We'll take a look at the standings in the Trask pool, where the Doc Stewarts are trying to move to 2-0. When we come back in the top of the 6th, here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Hundreds of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on Southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
First pitch swinging to start things off here in the top of the 6th inning for Eastside. Leading things off, Evan Carrillo flies out to shortstop Kay Johnson. 1 for 3 now in the game for Carrillo. 1 away for Evan Corbin, who's still pitching into the 6th inning for the Doc Stewarts. They do have an arm warming up in the bullpen. Strike 1 to Jorge Meza. Meza is 0 for 2 in this game, has reached twice on fielder's choice. The 0-1 pitch to him popped up. Playable in foul territory for Dan Withers, who calls off everybody else, and the first baseman makes the play for the second out. 2 away. And Evan Corbin, only a few pitches into this top of the 6th inning, is wheeling and dealing. Docs Baseball is brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. So up to bat will be Cole Winston. He is 0 for 2 in the game. He takes low for ball 1. So your Trask standings, right now you've got a 1-1 count here for Winston. The Docs are 1-0, trying to go to 2-0. Then Klamath Falls and Corvallis are both 1-1. Eastside is 0-1. It's a foul ball off the front foot for Winston. He's got a 1-2 count. If Portland Eastside were to come back and win this game, everybody in the Trask pool would be 1-1 in the standings. But if the Docs get a win, they'll be in a good position to try and make the title game coming up on Sunday. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. That is another strikeout for Evan Corbin. That'll be his 4th of the ball game. Strikeouts by Doc's pitchers are brought to you by One Peak Medical. Visit onepeakmedical.com. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. A quick 1-2-3 inning for the Docs defensively, looking to add some insurance as they go to the bottom of the 6th on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I don't think you realize how much energy you've lost until you start the hormone replacement process.
Our energy really started to wane. We were both gaining weight. My sleep pattern got really messed up.
One Peak Medical changed our lives individually and as a couple.
We're just a lot happier because we feel better. We're not tired and run down, and it just makes our lives easier and happier.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Doc Stewart's Baseball on the Score is sponsored by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces. That's Fisher's Hearth and Home.
Number 20.
I'll say thanks to everybody tuning in to watch today's game, streaming online at 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score. Live video streaming is brought to you by the Cow Creek Tribe. We appreciate their sponsorship of our video stream this summer. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 6-4. Docs in front of Portland Eastside. Still on the mound, Devin Poling throwing for Eastside. He'll face Daniel Withers, who's had a heck of a game tonight here for the Doc Stewarts. Withers is 2 for 2 in the game with a run scored and a couple RBI, I believe. He hits a ground ball left side, and it goes off the glove for the shortstop, sliding to get in front of it. Robert Campbell was trying to make a play. It would have been a tough throw from deep in the hole at short, and that should go down as a base hit, which means Daniel Withers is 3 for 3 in this contest. The youngster coming up off of the Pepsi Bottle Caps Club. Yesterday, Coach Robbins telling me that he was a fringe guy. They considered bringing him up on the Docs roster from the get-go, but because they're a little short-handed with injuries, they brought him up from Pepsi, and Withers making the most of it here this weekend. First pitch is going to be called time before it is delivered. So Withers 3 for 3 here today. Daniel Withers was 1 for 4 yesterday, so 4 hits in his first 7 at-bats. Knox Hubbard at the plate, puts a charge behind the ball out to center field. Circling around it, Winston will get underneath it for the first out. 1 down on the fly ball out for Knox Hubbard. Here in the bottom of the 6th, Docs up by 2, 6-4 over Portland Eastside. Eastside scored 3 in the first, 1 in the fourth, led 4-0. Docs put up 6 in the bottom of the fourth. It's been a sloppy game with errors for both teams in this one. Pickoff throw to first, and Withers is caught off the bag again. He got safely to second last time because the ball was dropped. This time they will not be just as lucky. The ball did come out after the tag applied by Meza. Holy smokes. Neither side doing a great job of hanging on to the baseball. But with the lefty on the mound, the Docs have not read his pickoff move all that well as they try to get aggressive jumps. So picked off his Withers. That empties the bases with 2 down. And up to bat, Parker Burke hitting. He's got a 0-0 count. First pitch coming up from Poling. Takes high and away. Ball 1 for Burke. So let's see. You got 1, 3, 6. I believe was the play on that pickoff. Burke gets behind one to left field. Drifting back is Carrillo. He's got time to camp underneath it, and he will make the final out. So the Docs started with a single by Daniel Withers, but they're unable to add anything behind it, and Withers picked off So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. Docs can't add to their lead. It's a 2-run ball game as we go to the 7th inning. Docs looking to close it out here with Evan Corbin on the mound when we return on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on Southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to. By hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations. Top of the Hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Lead off the top of the 7th inning, number 13, Nick Watson.
Nick Watson, Robert Campbell, and Michael Bernal, your 3 hitters due up for Eastside as they need 2 runs to keep this game going. Evan Corbin trying to go for a complete game victory, fires in a first pitch, strike 1. Docs Baseball brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? The 0-1 pitch is out low and outside. We've not had either team make a pitching change in this one. Both pitchers have had some shaky innings, but coaching staffs have stuck with them. Pitching changes are brought to you by Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance. As a pitch low, 2 balls and 1 strike to Nick Watson, who is 0 for 1 in the game with a sac fly in the 4th. 2-1 pitch. Corbin gets a swing and a miss for strike 2. Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance. If you've been thinking about making a change with your coverage, you can get in touch with Chris at chrisinsures.com or at 541-672-3301. Rolled over to second base for Watson. It is Nick Watson grounding out to Sebastian Watson for out number 1. Docs now 2 outs away from securing a win and going to 2-0 in the Trask pool here in the Father's Day tournament, which is also sponsored by Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance. Appreciate his sponsorship of community sports here. Jordan White is thrown in the bullpen for the Docs if needed as a pitch high, ball 1. Jordan White closed things out yesterday for the Docs. Pitched 1 inning in relief of Ever Lamb in a non-save situation. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed by Robert Campbell. Got a 1-1 count. Campbell 0 for 2 in the game with 2 fly ball outs. Foul tip into the glove, strike 2. Burke hanging on to that one. Nobody on with 1 out. Lights on here on a gray evening in the Umpqua Basin, but dry. That's nice. Fly ball to left field. Eli Jacobs tracking it and is underneath it. 2 away. Tonight's ball game has also been sponsored by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. And we want to say thanks to Good Vibrations. They've got the solutions for your home theater and automotive needs. Your home theater and automotive audio needs, that is. You can feel it at Good Vibes. So 2 down. Docs need 1 more out to send us to the postgame show. Stick around after this one wraps up. We will have a recap for you on the postgame show. We'll name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game for the Doc Stewarts. Low for ball 1. Got some candidates in mind. Evan Corbin's not had a bad outing here today. Corbin has allowed 4 hits in this ball game. The 4 runs, but they will not all be earned runs. And he has not allowed a hit since the 4th inning. So Evan Corbin, he's been pretty good, but I think I got a different candidate in mind for tonight as a 1-0 pitch swung on and missed by the 9-hitter Michael Bernal. 0 for 2 in the game for him. 1-1 pitch. Foul tipped into the glove for strike 2. So here we go, 1 strike away for Evan Corbin to try and wrap up a victory against Portland Eastside to move to 2-0 in tournament play. The 1-2, fly ball to center field. Carson Dunn calls off Eli Jacobs. There it is, ball game. Roseburg wins. A comeback effort tonight. 6-4 your final score. Docs in front. We've got your post-game show coming up next. We'll name your Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game and wrap this one up for you here tonight. Stick with us. We've got your post-game show after a 3-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on Southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to, by hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations, top of the hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Remember the good old days? When you didn't have to make an appointment or wait in line for an hour just to talk to your teller. When businesses were local and gave back to the community. At Cascade Community Credit Union, there are some things will never change. We're the only credit union or bank headquartered in Douglas County, and making our members a priority has always been our priority. For easy and simplified banking, visit CCCU. No appointment, just come on in.
I don't think you realize how much energy you've lost until you start the hormone replacement process.
Our energy really started to wane. We were both gaining weight. My sleep pattern got really messed up.
One Peak Medical changed our lives individually and as a couple.
We're just a lot happier because we feel better. We're not tired and run down, and it just makes our lives easier and happier.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
Your Roseburg Dr. Stewarts are a winner again here tonight as we welcome you back into the postgame show. Joey Kieran with you, everybody. Thanks for tuning in for tonight's broadcast of Docs Baseball here on The Score and streaming at 541radio.com, presented by the Cow Creek Tribe. Appreciate them and all of you for tuning in. Docs win 6-4 over Portland Eastside. Your final numbers as we look at the Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update. 4 runs on 4 hits, 1 error for Portland, and 6 runs on 4 hits and 3 errors for Roseburg. And the Doc Stewarts will get the win behind Evan Corbin, who improves to 2-0 on the year. Devin Poling will fall in this game, taking the loss. For Eastside, they will go to 2-4 on the season. Doc Stewarts go to 4-2 on the year. Your scoreboard update there brought to you by Garrettson Building Supply. Shop local, shop Garrettson Building Supply for all your home improvement and outdoor living needs. Garrettson Building Supply, supporting our Douglas County community for 99 years. I want to say thanks to our sponsor, Budget Lumber, as well. Everything you need for building a house, a garden, or even a deck, Budget Lumber, always striving to be lumber one. Well, taking a look at how this one played out, a little bit of a shaky start for Evan Corbin. It seemed like he's struggling to find the zone, and when he did, he was leaving pitches over the plate in the first inning. But really, it was an error that proved costly for the Docs. Actually, a couple of errors in that first inning that proved costly. Cameron Louie led off with a single, then a walk to Devin Poling, put runners at first and second. A fly ball out, made it one out with 2 runners on. Then a single by Evan Carrillo loaded the bases up. Jorge Meza would drive in the first run of the game on a ground ball up the middle. He got on with a fielder's choice. They made the put out at second base trying to turn 2. Couldn't get out of the inning there. So that put runners on the corners with 2 away. With 2 outs, though, they did the first and third steal. The throw to second base went long into center field, and that allowed a run to score. And then in center field, the ball was bobbled around, and that error allowed another run to score. So 2 runs came in on 2 errors there in the first inning. It was 3-0, Eastside in front. It stayed 3-0 until the 4th inning when Eastside added 1 more run. A leadoff error on a fly ball to center field gave Cole Winston 3 bags. He was at third base with nobody out, and a sac fly by Nick Watson put a run on the board, made it 4-0. That's all that Eastside would get, and the Doc Stewarts, they came back with a vengeance in the bottom of the 4th. They walked to Sebastian Watson, a single by Cade Johnson, and then a walk to Jace Johnson, loaded the bases with nobody out. Dominic Tatone hit a routine ground ball to first base that was misplayed by Blythe Sharp. That 1 run was going to score on the misplay. Sharp tried to recover to get the out at first, but there was nobody covering the bag, so he had nobody to throw to. So Tatone got on safely. While his attention was focused on trying to get Tatone at first, Cade Johnson running hard all the way, he decided to score 2. He got into home before the throw, and Docs got 2 on the play. Watson and Johnson both scoring. Docs had 2 runners on. Daniel Withers hit a single. Oh, and then actually Jace Johnson also heads up running. He took third when the throw went to the plate, trying to get Cade Johnson scoring, so he got an extra base. They threw to third to try and get Jace Johnson. That got away just a little bit. That allowed Dominic Tatone to get to second base. So it was a wild sequence of plays all around, and Docs got a lot of extra bases out of it. So they had runners at second and third. Daniel Withers comes through with a base hit to drive in 2 more, and the Docs tied the game at 4-all in the 4th inning. With Withers on base, he stole second. He got a little lucky there. Then Parker Burke would get on base with a hit by pitch. Eli Jacobs drove in a run with a ground out, and the Docs would also get a run in as Justin Jenks would score for Parker Burke later in that frame. It was a wild inning with a lot of misplays. It got sloppy for Eastside, and the Docs put 6 runs total on the board in the bottom of the 4th inning to take the lead. So they sent 10 hitters to the plate. It was 6 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, 1 man left on base. It was a wild frame, but that was pretty much all of the offense there. Docs got it all in 1 inning, and they got what they needed to support Evan Corbin, who gets the win. We'll take a look at pitching numbers, offensive numbers, and name your Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game when we come back after a 2-minute break on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My name's Chris. 2016, I got lymphoma stage 3 cancer and went through radiation for 6 months. I was exhausted all the time, and that's when I found One Peak Medical. My family life got better because I was more attentive and more energy. Because of One Peak Medical, I'm back doing everything I love to do.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza. Made with only the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Back here at Bill Gray Legion Stadium at Champion Car Wash Field to wrap things up with you here tonight. Docs get a 6-4 win over Portland Eastside. Thanks for tuning in on 541radio.com and here on the radio as well. The video stream brought to you by the Cow Creek Tribe. Taking a look at numbers here today. Evan Corbin gets the win, goes to 2-0 on the season. Seven innings worked. He allowed 4 runs, 4 hits. Not all of them earned runs. In fact, I would say only one of them an earned run in this ball game. 1 walk, 4 strikeouts for Evan as he picks up the victory to improve to 2-0 on the year. Devin Poling takes the loss. 6 innings, allowed 6 runs on 4 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 1 hit batter. He will also not be giving up as many as 6 runs earned. It'll probably be a little less than that, but I let other people figure out earned runs because it can get confusing when things get out of hand like they did in a couple of innings for both of these teams here tonight. So that is the pitching numbers. Looking at the offensive numbers, not a lot of hits between the two clubs, 8 total. For Eastside, it was the top of the order, 1 through 4 getting all the hits. Cameron Lowy goes 1 for 3. Devin Poling goes 1 for 2 with a walk, a single, and a run scored. Blythe Sharp goes 1 for 3. And Evan Carrillo was 1 for 3 in the game as well. On the other side for the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts, is 2 players that get the hits. Cade Johnson goes 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. And Daniel Withers goes 3 for 3 in the contest, 3 singles, drove in a couple of runs and scored a run in there as well. It's time now in the postgame to name our Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game. Mountain Mike's generously donates $25 gift certificates to a player of the game for each game for the Doc Stewarts throughout the season. And tonight's player of the game is Daniel Withers, going 3 for 3 in just his second game after getting called up from the Pepsi bottle caps to play with the Doc Stewarts this weekend during the tournament while they're a little shorthanded. Withers has been swinging a pretty good stick, and he is now I think he's now 4 for 7 in his 2 games with the Doc Stewarts. He went 3 for 3 tonight and drove in a couple of runs, scored a run as well. Daniel Withers is your Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game. All right, folks, that does it for tonight's broadcast. Looking at the schedule, Doc Stewarts are now 2-0 in pool play. Eastside falls to 0-2. Docs will be taking on Corvallis tomorrow, a win against the Corvallis Girding Builders Marketmen, and the Docs will be playing in the title game on Sunday evening. Taking a look at tomorrow's schedule, it'll be the Salem Withnell Dodgers. After throwing a perfect game today, they'll take on Medford in a big battle coming up tomorrow. For Medford, a win there would keep them in possible contention to end up in the title game. We'd have to look at tiebreaker scenarios there. So it's Withnell and Medford at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. 1:30 Eastside, Portland Eastside, this club we just saw, will take on Klamath Falls. And then it'll be Boss Baseball out of Bend taking on Fairfield at 4 o'clock. And then wrapping up the day, it'll be Corvallis and Roseburg squaring off in the 6:30 ball game here at Bill Gray Legion Stadium. So that's a look at the schedule tomorrow. We'll have coverage of Docs baseball starting at 6:15 tomorrow night here on the Score and streaming online as well. Want to say thanks to all the teams for being here, including the Portland Eastside Baseball Club. It was great to see them tonight. A great ball game for them. Competitive one here this evening. Want to say thanks to head coach Jeremiah Robbins, the entire American Legion baseball program here in Roseburg, for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg Doc Stewarts baseball here on the Score. Want to say thanks to Abby Knight back in the studio again here this evening for the radio production tonight. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran. We'll catch up with you all tomorrow night at 6:15 when we start our pregame show for Docs and Corvallis squaring off You can catch it streaming live online at 541radio.com, presented by the Cow Creek Tribe, and right here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.